Hello and welcome to the first journal of IEL III. I'm Alexis Balbontin, and today I'm going to be talking about two things. First, I'm going to be talking about the strategies, methodologies, and tools used by teachers in classes in order to ensure a proper understanding of the language as well as key concepts from both units that we saw in this part of the semester, which are critical thinking and language discourse. And secondly, I'm going to be talking about my own autonomous work, what I have done to improve my language, as well as what I have done to practice it, and what did I learn in my own work. So, first of all, it's important to remember that in this first part of the semester, the first task was about writing a short story. We had to uh, construct a short story that enveloped the both units and include key concepts and elements in that story. Because of this, we learned a lot about language structure and writing. For instances, in some classes we had to write down a short statement or a sentence or a full paragraph, and with that the teachers were able to give us feedback regarding to what we had to improve in our writing, so in the future we will able to apply those advices and tips into our future task. There was also a deeper understanding of how the language is structured and the text, like for example how sentences are constructed, the types of sentences that we can build, and what differentiates one type of sentence from another. We also learn about symbols, phonograms. We learned that we can transcribe every letter into a certain a symbol that tells us how words are pronounced, which also helps our pronunciation. And in instances, we even had classes that were fully displayed in those symbols, so we had to adapt our mindset into that. And I believe that's a very wise methodology in order to introduce us slowly but steady to what we will have to learn, but in more depth in the future. Because this part of the semester was slightly more focused on writing, my own autonomous work was around that. It was around writing. So what I did was focus a lot on identifying certain parts of the text that will allow me to identify how some sentences are structured, how definitions are concepts are explained, and also find some words that I do not understand in order to expand my vocabulary. So when I had to write the story, my vocabulary will be more richer than it was when I began this year. Because of this, I also applied a lot of advices given to me by teachers in the workshops that I have in my other course called philosophy. We have two workshops up to this point that were in English, and we had to write them down. They were essays. So writing was a vital part in order to deliver what we had to argument. So applying those tips, there was a significant improvement from the first workshop to the second workshop. And I believe that autonomous work, that way that I applied the knowledge given to me by teachers and how they showcased it to me, was a vital part of my learning. It's also important to identify that the story, we had a little session before delivering the story 1 week earlier, and in this session we were able to deliver a task, a draft of the task. And because of this, I was able to receive a lot of helpful feedback regarding to what I did wrong in the writing and what did I do right, when all of the learning was very fresh in my mind and we had to put it to the test. I was able to identify what was right and what was wrong with my work, and because of that I was able to construct a very rare, well-written story that fulfilled what was expected from me. And I think that the methodologies used by teachers were able to help me a lot in realizing that. So that will be my reflection on the matter. Thank you very much.